What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
Keith.
I'm Curtis.
I'm Zach.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here. Watching you. 7 Personalities. Special Patreon request from Pentrol. It's been a while since you've been watching you. I feel like it's been a clean like 3 weeks or something like that, which is a while in YouTube terms. What do you guys think this is going to be?
Rock.
Hyperbolic.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like,
No, that's like a cop out.
yeah, I was like power ballad. Maybe?
A power ballad.
Power ballad.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see rock being thrown in there.
Ballad.
Shit, okay, whatever. Don't long talk. Let's jump into this. We love you.
Hello， 大家新年快乐！接下来这首歌是我写的一首新歌，也是我第一次在电视上首秀，希望大家喜欢。7重人格。
This is a little rocky now that you think about it, the whole aesthetic.
夜幕低垂，虫鸣叫，看天空飞过知更鸟，窗边的麻雀为谁在哀悼
Good call.
Woo! How the fuck did you know? God bless your soul.
Thank you.
若光阴动，美记载不留痕迹；若点激动，变空白。如何描摹过去？解开鲜血淋漓，若人能够篡改天生沉沦在人命运。
You got the cameraman losing it. The cameraman was oh shit. This shit real.
That's funny. Cameraman rocking with it. Held that for a while.
天地混沌初开，清浊黑白，在浩瀚天地间萌生真爱，欣喜、愤怒、欢乐、悲哀，更迭兴衰，是非成败，在万年轮回着浮生百态，永恒的、消逝的、存在的、未知的，亘古未来，繁华不再，万物皆指引我一念花开。洪荒宇宙，千变万化，不外如是，不外如是。有我主宰，人我主宰，让一切都凝聚，只剩那
When he switches his voice, it's so
一
crazy.
个的自我，在漫天狂风暴雨之中不闪躲。我带着还未结痂的伤口，在时空边缘出现尾随手写，所谓的都会是我的伤口，这甘愿化身成为野兽。
I thought someone threw their undergarments up there at first. That was the backdrop though. Shit.
若人能够接受注定沉沦那些秘密。
That's normally how I feel every time I
Crazy
see him.
place to even pull one
Every time we see him perform, that's how I feel. I mean, the reaction like, woo! Shit, his voice is a weapon. I feel like he just shot me.
Vocal clips.
He's like, whoa! Like, oh shit, got me.
Chest voice.
Ah, shit.
Not that much time to get the production to kind of breathe too, though.
Man, the fire. Fun fact, that was just his voice. No pyrotechnics were involved. He's right up there with it too.
I feel like that's got to be so straining to hold it for like that long too. I don't know how you hold notes for that long.
Shit. It probably felt like a good joint. You ever feel like doing that after a long day? Just going outside like, ah!
Just let it all out.
Yeah, pause. I'm with you. Nah. This joint was decent. It feels like anytime you like, you know, whether you watch him live or watch him like on YouTube, you're always gonna get like a good show. His voice really is a weapon. I feel like he does like just whatever he feels like. His voice feels like it's always a part of the production. And even on here, just like those moments of letting like the production rock and him literally almost charging up like a Super Saiyan and then just kind of, you know, going into Super Saiyan mode, was decent. But yeah, I literally feel the same way I felt about him before we put this reaction on.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's super talented. We kind of already know what we're going to get with like his voice and everything like that. So at this point, we honestly just seen him do different stuff. Just playing with his different voices, different ways. But it's always a fun time. That's my take.
I agree with you as well. His voice is phenomenal. The way he was holding those notes was amazing. Found it dope how the production had let him take a breath in between notes. That way he can catch his breath, then kill it again. Then continue to kill it. Crowd interaction is actually fire. Imagine seeing him in concert. Has to be amazing because that energy is phenomenal. Watching you, his voice is crazy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm watching you.
That too.
Yeah, he's no longer singing. He's really just telling stories and people are sitting here listening to him.
I was going to say, this song definitely felt like a story. Even that part where he's like, shut up to the beat. And then the beat just went back to slow.
Fun fact, he just did that in real life and the production cut off by itself. Fun fact. Fun fact was when he started singing, the stage set on fire by itself.
He was literally like right up there with it too.
Yep.
He was the fire.
You want some more fun facts? Fun fact. He sang for George Washington.
We turning him into Chuck Norris now.
He sang at the inauguration.
Fun fact. He was the first person to sing in space.
On the moon.
The joint NASA project. That he was a part of.
Alien?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I thought that's what you were referencing.
First
Fun
person
fact.
to collab with an alien.
You got a track called
Yeah. Because his voice is out of this world.
May not be too far off. What you call? I thought this was really cool. It was definitely like everything that they do is like because it's in service of like the title being Seven Personalities and everything. So all the different breaks and like kind of different runs in the song. Like I know even before we were saying thought it might be ballad-esque, and I know Keith had said that it was like going to be more rock-centric or something like that, or at least he like believes so. So it's like the way they're kind of able to infuse all those different elements to channel those different like kind of core personality or core I guess personalities, for lack of a better term, that you're trying to channel as you're kind of like, it seems like you're going through like a little bit of existential kind of crisis sort of thing, like talking about the robin outside the window or whatever, like who does it cry for, basically, like you kind of just it just paints the imagery that you're like in your room kind of reflecting on your thoughts, kind of trying to make sense of everything. And I love how the production channeled all that with it, and it says that he's also a composer on here. And I know he's like someone we've been told that he's very involved in his process. Whether it's like background vocals, different instrumentals, what kind of bits in the production are taken out or like leveled up, so to speak, within our, like he's very like particular about those things. So kind of like when you infuse all these different elements with it, like it definitely, you feel like everything has an artistic purpose for sure. So I definitely like those aspects, but even I would say one of my favorite things, aside from everything he was doing on here vocally, and of course just how straining that must be to like hold like long term, especially if you're touring or doing, because we've seen so many songs of his that have kind of had these incredible like almost like scream your heart out kind of rock aspects, for really lack of a better way of describing it. So just imagining like doing a whole kind of show or concert or anything and like sequence with other songs like that. That are in like similar registers for him or anything. Like I just imagine like his voice control and everything is ridiculous, and I can't speak enough on that. But on like the songs and the lyrics itself, and I know it did say it was at least, I don't know if it was partly referenced, or if one part of it was referenced from like I forget exactly what it had said, but it had it like kind of quoted at the bottom there. And I'll mention that like afterwards when we get back around to it. But the song itself, like I like how it referenced kind of not having, like if everything in the past was like erased, but there was like ancient books or like all these things, and you're kind of just going through, because everything that's like brought us up to this point and who we are is like our history and everything. So you're basically saying if all that was erased, kind of like where would you like seemingly pick up from or whatever, or like how would you make sense of like where to go from here, sort of thing. So I think it's interesting too, and I think that could also be a reflection on just knowing that the beginning kind of seemed like it was like an in a room kind of setting, like looking out the window. So I'm imagining personal reflection. So I don't know if it's a metaphor to that or not, but like if we didn't have any of the kind of ancient books or anything, how would we go forward as a society or anything like that to kind of draw from or to learn from? But I think it's likewise a little bit of a metaphor to like what you're going through internally, to where it's like if I have to forget about my past or trauma or anything like that, how am I going to grow and go forward? At least it seemed a little bit like that to me, but the whole aspect of that, and then the lost yourself and like kind of belting out that note, like all that was really well timed with the production. It's like it's entirely like all storytelling based and everything, but to infuse all the different elements in the production and everything with your voice to kind of tell that story along the way is really something I can't give enough credit to, and something that we hear time and time again, like on these type of tracks. So it's really just a great artistic form of storytelling.
I thought the performance was cool. Song was all right. So this is a situation where the song was good, but it didn't like really hit with me. It didn't really resonate. I was kind of expecting a rock song, but I was expecting a rock song on the basis that it's called Seven Personalities. One of those personalities got to be a fucking rock song. But I expected more progression in the song, and I didn't really get that. He had some progression toward the middle, but I felt like this would have probably been better translated as maybe not 7 genres of rock, because that's hard to do, but just maybe a little bit more diversity in the progressions. in telling the story would have been cool, would have kind of set it apart and definitely gave you more of a vibe of the Seven Personalities, as the title states. Or like, add another layer to the storytelling that he gives us. And he definitely has a voice to do it. So like maybe I'm wondering what the choice was as to not provide that. All in all, the song was still good. Still liked it. Don't know if I would download it, but definitely, as always, like vocally top tier.
Yeah, and I think that's where we at with him, where every time you hear something, I feel like he's always gonna like turn into like some type of vocal exercise. So you always gonna be like, yo, regardless if the song didn't kind of hit with me, we kind of already know where the talent is at and like how good he is and how much of a perfectionist he is. But it is kind of one of those tracks. I did think it was good, but it wasn't quite like a few of the other ones that kind of just lock you in, kind of like, you know what I mean, from the rip. This does seem like maybe this is one part of a bigger show or something like that. And it's funny, y'all both kind of hit on the whole, I'd be wondering what would be his logic with kind of how he would set his songs up if he had to do 10 different songs. How do you not like kill your voice? Because he just does things where I feel like you don't even want to practice that too many times because you might hurt yourself. So it's just like, imagine doing like those type of things 10 different ways in 10 different songs on a 10 set list. So all that's interesting. Let us know more in the comments.
He may take care of his voice kind of like Mike did.
The treadmill singing and doing.
Well, not just that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did that. I know a lot of other artists have done that as well. But like, he never really talked in his real voice. He always kept his speaking voice a high register, so that way when he had to hit high notes singing, it was
like
natural. So for the anime heads, you could kind of liken it to Cell games when Goku and Gohan just lived in Super Saiyan instead of transforming. So that way, if you always ready, you ain't got to get ready. And it makes it that much easier for you going forward because it's something that you've always done, as opposed to having to muster up the energy to now do it when it's not regular or commonplace to you.
Treating 3-pointers like a free throw.
Pretty much. So, it's that regard. But, I mean, maybe that he changes his talking voice, or maybe he doesn't talk a whole lot on his off days to kind of save it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people do a lot of different things, so.
Your voice is a weapon. Fun fact, he has insurance on his voice.
I wouldn't doubt it. Most artists do.
I would hope.
I just wanted to feel like I had to talk to him something.
You understand the actual fact.
So I'm like, he's one of some. It's like
Snapple fact.
Snapple fact.
One of the quotes,
redemption fact.
One of the quotes kind of listed with is under the immense heaven and earth specks of dust are born, which I think calls into like talking about like the cosmos and everything and how grand everything is, and then kind of feeling it's insignificant in the midst of that, I suppose, as far as like the balancing kind of between those things. But it's definitely interesting, and to have your voice serve those 7 or distinct kind of like chapters within that respective thing. No, you can't give enough credit to that, honestly.
Yep. Anything else you want there? Was that? How do you feel about the fit? So,
Just chilling.
Yeah, it looked like casual up here and then business on the sides a little.
I really thought the jacket or something was gonna like catch fire.
Yeah, what if it caught fire? Then they come off and turn into something else. We thinking too much in there. They like, enjoy the fucking track.
Hunger Games?
I know. And Katniss Everdeen can do it. Any other clip you want to get off?
Nah.
It looked like dashiki up top.
Like, comment, subscribe.
The
Fight the power.
It looks Tibetan up top.
Yeah, no, it doesn't clean.
Shirt and the jewelry.
It looked like, I want the knife. Please jump in the comments. Tell us how y'all felt about this. This is another banger from my guy. We love y'all. We're going to holla at y'all, Redeemers.
Love y'all.
Peace.